Hey guys, what is up? It is me, the X-Whatever here today, and today we're doing What If Bell with Gypsy Danger, Part 2! So I'll start off from the evening. You see, Bell felt something. Like he lost connection between his pilot. And that was 2 weeks ago. He felt like one of his pilots been killed in action. You see, even if a Jaeger even though there's no one in the Jaeger, they still have the link. So when the link is like broken, it means that they're dead. And Bill was kind of saddened by this, but due to him being, I don't know, the first Jaeger with the soul ever in history. Sorry guys, if this video is not really good, please tell me in the comment section. If you guys think I should do a remake or anything, please tell me in the comments. Also, I saw how many of you guys are watching this video. Thank you so much. I honestly didn't think anyone would like that video. But thank you guys for liking it. Thank you I didn't mean to do that. Thank you so much. Anyway, I did say there would be a kaiju fight, didn't I? Eh? As Belk was scanning the air, as Bell picked up a kaiju 20 kilometers south of the city. Bell told Hestia that he's going to go out on a little walk. But really, he's going to kick that kaiju's ass. As Bell was far away enough from the city, he transformed to Gypsy Danger. And everyone could just feel this clunk, earthquake, stomping the ground, and then slowly begin getting weaker and weaker. Of course, the Loki Familia thought it was some type of monster in the dungeon. But no, that was Bell walking away to fight the fucking kaiju. As the kaiju sprung up from the ground, attacking a village, almost killing half the population. 30 people died that day. But there was a mother and her child, hiding in the corner, crying for help if someone would help them to beat this monster. As the monster was going onto them, grabbing them. Bell, and all of a sudden the kaiju stopped and looked in front of his right side, and he sees Bell, or Gypsy Danger, or Bell Danger. I've decided for the name. It is Bell Danger. Sorry guys, I'm sorry for this. I just gotta check my battery. Okay, I'm good. Okay. As the kaiju gave Bell a loud roar and frustration, as Bell made a fist and a palm and smashed them together. That means Bell was serious about this fucking fight. I can't remember that kaiju's name that goes underground and attacks you. So can you guys tell me in the comments, please? And that will be the thing that will be on my love list. Okay, I'm just kidding. Like, I love the comments. Anyway, as the kaiju begins going towards Bell, pushing him into a hill, going through it like it was nothing. However, Bell used his rocket arm to punch the kaiju back, almost about 3 centimeters. However, the kaiju wasn't enough to put the kaiju down. The kaiju ran up to Bell and stabbed and grabbed one of Bell's arms and was beginning to twist it and almost rip it off. As Bell grabs the thing's throat and then begins squeezing harder and harder as the kaiju's screaming for air, as Bell is taking the damage through his legs and his whole torso, but his grip would not yield. And that's when Bell went free of his other arm and grabbed the kaiju's neck of his other right hand and snapped this kaiju's neck. and ripping it off and throwing it into the trees in the forest. As the smoke cleared up, the lady and the mother and the villagers looked up at the sky, and they just see this giant, and the giant, and the giant begins leaving, but not before waving a hand goodbye. Not a hand, a fist. As the villagers are like cheering for this giant, they don't know what his purpose was, but it was meant to kill that thing. They call this thing a hero, many a monster, many a demon in disguise, but the villagers in that village called him a hero, a savior of this town. So they wanted to build a statue of Bel, and they did, but it was not as big. It was the giant protecting the people and fighting off the thing. As Bel returns to the city, and as Bel was returning to the city in his normal form, Hestia woke up, and she was arguing with Bel, but that'll be in another time. However, rumors started to spread like wildfire. It is as if people in the village were scared of this thing, but others were not. They were happy that something fighted a giant monster, a giant being that only, I don't know, a Zeus could kill, or a Titan. However, the villagers say that there's one Titan that's on the human side, and they call it Danger, Gypsy, Danger, because on one of the sides it said a serial number, a Gypsy Danger. As Belle was hearing the rumors, she's like smiling and smirking, just like, man, if only they knew that if I was that person, Belle was saying into his head. However, it was cut short after Loki Familia came back from another quest of killing another boss. However, when they got back to town, they heard the rumors, and they said that they put a bounty on the giant thing. But the bounty was just a rumor, you see. For Loki wanted to do it, but that's when Ein said it's a rumor. As Ein's like, Loki's like, eh? What do you mean a rumor, Eins? That's easy cash. As I said, well, if it's just a rumor that there's a bounty, that means there isn't a bounty. You have to be sure. As Loki's like, hey, I guess you're right. As Belle walks into the bar, smirking at the Loki Familia. As I was like, what's he smirking about? As the wolf guy is like, you! I remember you the other week. You broke my arm and broke my nose. As Belle was at the bar drinking some beer, as he was getting scolded by this guy. As Belle just says, listen, buddy. I only did that to fucking calm your ass down. However, if you really want me to kick your ass again, then I'll do it. But this time won't be just your arms. It'll be your legs and your face and your skull. As the guy suddenly just backs off. As Loki Familia's impressed, not Loki, the Loki Familia's impressed that this guy beat this guy's ass and he backed down. He fucking backed the fuck down. As Belle was beginning to be done, we going home. Ein said to Belle, like, says, wait! As she's running towards Belle, she's like huffing and puffing. As Ein says, you gave me quite a beating, yes. You being quite a beating in the next 2 weeks ago. As Belle smirks, it just says, "What can I say? Have you improved on your lessons yet, Sword Princess?" As Belle is closing one eye and smiling. And guys, if you think I'm replaying the scene, I'm not. It's just that when Loki Familia got done doing another monster quest, they just got there again because the food there was so good. So if you guys say this is like part 1, it is not. I have you not, it is not. As Belle was like, huh, impressive. But Sarmas declined to authorize. As I was like, why? We could use in our Familia. As well as like, I'm already in a Familia. And I can't betray my goddess. As I understands that. As Belle goes to the corner and jumps at a super high speed that not even eyes could see. But all she could see was a blur. That's all she could see. As Belle just got back, Hestia was hugging Belle, crying that she was like saying, "Did you go with any girls?" As Belle was like smiling, just saying, "No, no, no. Nothing like that. Just talking to an old friend." As Hestia's like, "Oh, okay." As Belle was getting fucking more stronger. Since that kaiju he killed just tripled, it enhances damage by 2 times its normal potential. And that also times the other things as well. But however, the big fight is yet to come. Anyway, I'm gonna stop the video. I'm just kidding, I'm kidding, guys. I am absolutely kidding, because you guys love this video. And I'm gonna make it a bit more longer as well for you guys. Just for you guys, I'm gonna make it longer. Wait, I have a feeling that my mic's been muted. I'm just sorry guys, I just actually muted my mic. So give me a minute. Yep, there you go. Anyway. As Belle. As Belle was going towards the dungeon, he felt something. He felt like someone was watching him from the very shadows. However, Belle just tried to shake this off like he didn't know that someone was watching him. And it was Lily watching Belle in the shadows, making sure to keep her distance. And of course, Belle knew that he would have to go somewhere really far away. Because Belle did believe that she would actually risk her life to go in the middle of the forest and see Belle, so Belle had that figured out, and he had his secret covered. But he asked the elf lady to talk something about. He asked her, "So, can I go to the mid-floors to the higher-ups?" As she just says, "Elle, you need a party." As Belle's like, "I'm getting tired of going to the mid-floors. I need a better challenge." As she tries to think what else she could come up with, Lily comes out of the corner and just says, I'll join him for the higher-ups." As Belle's like, "I kind of figured." As Belle's thinking to his head, "So she probably wants to join me on my quest to steal my stuff, or leave me to die." As Belle's like, "But if she does, she'll have one hell of a time." As the lady's like, "Oh, so you have a supporter now." Belle's like, "I guess so." As Belle was like, "This should be interesting for my kind of standards." In his head, okay, okay. So as Belle and Lily began going up to the stairs to mid-floors, Lily was looking at the blade that Belle had, and saw how easily it cut through monsters, like they were nothing but butter. However, when Lily tried to grab it from Belle when he was asleep, the blade reacted and deployed almost right up to Lily's neck, even when Belle was asleep. You see, I'm not gonna let Belle be a fucking, let his shit be stolen like sword blades. Fuck no. And if you're wondering about the knife that Hestia gave Belle, let's just say I might just infuse that with the blades and just break it into two, because if I think about it, Gypsy Danger as nuclear cores, it does not mean Belle can superheat the blades and put the blades on his sword hands. You guys can tell me in the comment section of how that would work. Anyway, I'll get back to the story. I'm sorry, guys. I get too deep in character with this, so I am terribly sorry. If you guys like me, doing this voice, tell me in the comment section. If you don't, then I'll just use my regular voice. As Belle woke up from his nap, and Lily's like, as Belle's like, oh, hey Lily. Lily's like, could you get that plate away from my neck, please? As Belle's like, no, sure. As Belle undeploys a blade into his hand, and Lily's like, just falls down, just saying, what the hell is that? It's deployable and extremely light. As Belle's like, Lily? As Lily was thinking that, it's so light, but you can easily deploy it. I could probably sell this for a good price, but... Asbel karate chopped Lily, and she just said, ow, what was that for? Asbel was like, you're too much deep in thought, Lily. Now hurry up. I don't have all day. As Lily and Belle began walking back down towards the mid-floors. As Lily decided to sweeten up the deal to get not much gold from Belle, and Belle was like, I'm sure she needs it more than me. Besides, if this partnership lasts, I may trust her. As Belle gives her way more money than he has, and Lily's like, but why are you giving me this much money? Don't you have enough? Don't you want any? As Belle's like, I have plenty enough. You can take that and start having a life. Because since you were in my party, it's equally fair for you to get more since you were carrying all this stuff. And I must say, the must put a lot of strain on your back, doesn't it? As she nods her head slowly, yes. As Belle also went right behind her ear and said, plus, I know that those three guys are following you in the bushes. And I know that they're in your Familia. As Belle just says, so, what are you going to do about it, Lily? Leave them or join me? It's your choice, Lily. As Lily's like, how does he know about those three guys? As Bell's like, alright, now you just said, how do I know about those three guys? And Lily's like, what? Can you read my mind? Belle's like, no. I can tell what you're saying because of that expression on your face. And Lily's like, damn. As Belle's smiling, just says, I can tell that you were planning to betray me in the near future. In the next couple of weeks, actually. And Lily's like, and as Belle was like, and I know you're just trying to work hard time because you really didn't have anyone to care for you, did you, Lily? And Lily's like, she's speechless. She just doesn't say anything. She just says, yes. As Belle was like, okay then. How about this, Lily? You and I you betrayed me. You fake betray me and take my blade and fake your death. We'll meet here tomorrow. So Lily's like, okay. The next day. As Belle put on a smiley face, and then Lily and Belle began going up to the mid-floors, and the guy said, that idiot, the guy that hired the three guys from Lee's Familia were talking about how would they split the earnings since that guy gets more money every time. As they're planning to kill her. If I think about it right, yeah, I won't tell you the story yet. But as Lee and Belle get to the mid-floors, Lily pushes Belle as planned into the ogres. And as the elf lady explained to Ainz about how that supporter is not who she says she is, Ainz immediately gets up and starts running towards the mid-floors. However, when she gets there, Lily already took in the blade as planned, and beaten up was not part of the plan, but she played the part well. As all you just see is Belle killing all the giant monsters with nothing but his fists. He was not even breaking a sweat. He's gotten so strong to the point he doesn't use blades anymore. He just needs to punch them and they're dead instantly. However, he did deploy one of his blade once to cut off one of the orc's legs and grab its throat and crush it. Please, guys, I need your opinions about this What If. If you guys really like this, please tell me in the comment section. I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Because if you guys want to see part 3, excuse me, I actually burped. Excuse me. Because if you guys want to see part 3, okay, if we get 1,000 likes, I will do part 3. I will do part 3 for you guys, okay? If I see 1,000, I will do part 3. And as a bonus, I will do part 4. And maybe part 3, but not part 4. Yeah, I will do part 4, maybe. I don't know, but anyway. As Ainz's jaw is completely, astounded by Belle's strength. Plus, those monsters to him are just nothing but, how shall I say this? Like a towel being hung up and dried in the sun. And easily cut. So basically, to Belle, into English, they're just super fucking weak to Belle. Besides, Belle's level has increased. I can't remember what level I put him on, but I'm gonna say it has been increasing every day. Well, not every day, just every month, actually. Every month's actually, yeah, every month. That's pretty good. As soon as Belle was done killing everything, he lunged up to the stairway behind Ainz, and Belle just says, well, what isn't the sword princess? As Belle's smiling. How have you been? As Belle's patting her on the head. And she kind of blushes at this due to the fact that Belle does have some scrapes. Have some, I don't know, ripped off clothes, but showing his abdomen, which is super fucking buff. And she's like kind of blushing at this. And she was like, it's nothing. As Belle's like, alright, I have to go save my supporter. So yeah, as Belle dashes away with incredible speed. As I was like, what the hell was that? He took out those monsters like they were nothing. And with quick ease, he didn't even break a sweat, as Ayaz was saying. As Ayaz gets up, she noticed that Belle has dropped something. He has dropped his journal. Yes. As Ayaz picks it up, she is about to begin reading it. But I'll go back to her later. As Belle is sprinting towards Lily, she was almost covered up in ants, ripped apart almost, as Belle begins crushing the ants, ripping their heads off, and grabbing their legs and stabbing it through their eyes, and heads, and stomachs, and hearts. After a good hour goes by, Belle's clothes are almost completely torn off, almost showing his entire chest area. However, does not mind the ripping, so he just says, "So, it worked." As Belle just says to her, "Of course it worked. You shouldn't have doubted me, Lily." Ezra was like, "Yeah, I know, but..." As Belle was like, "About what, Lily?" "You're in my party, Lily." As Belle pats her on the head, "And I'll treat you as equal, not as a plaything that I can do whatever I wish with. Because that's not who I am. I treat you as a normal person, Lily." And Belle gives that speech to her, and yeah. And she begins crying on Belle's shoulders as Belle begins hugging her and just says, "Shh, it's okay. It's okay." Anyway, back to Ice. As Ice opens the journal, she notices it's not Belle's journal, it's someone else's. But when she finds the page for Belle's handwriting, she sees something. Just says, "Entry number 1. I just woke up in this world. Didn't know who to trust. However, it was pretty interesting. The other day I fought a kaiju. Tough motherfucker. Its its information about what the creature is and what's its abilities. I was just like, he beat that thing? Cause people can't. They only know the head of the giant. They don't know the whole body." As I was reading for more of the journal, as she's on the 22 the second day journal, as it just says, "So Ainz challenged me and she lost," as well as like saying, it's actually it was pretty easy to like learn to predict her movements. They were a bit slow. However, my pilots have taught me my pi however, my pilots have taught if my pilots have taught me one thing, it is always be aware of your, I don't know, weaknesses and strengths." Before the fight even began, I scanned her. I found many open areas that I could hit, but I decided not to, because I didn't want to give Ainz away like that. As she flips to the next page and just says, "And Eyes, I know you're reading this." As she surprises, like saying, "If you're reading this, Eyes, that means you pretty much know my secret now." And says, if you please don't tell anyone this, but I'll help you train. I'll help you make sure those weak points are defended at all times. How about, and also, I'll tell you the truth who I am if you don't tell anyone. Do we have a deal? Question mark. As Ice is like, as she's like trying not to be pissed, but she just says, "So, he predicted that I would read the book, and I would grab it, and I would come help him." Because Belle's brain is a fucking, because, well, brain Belle's brain's like a fucking good thing. But however, Ice has much room to improvement. She could even surpass Belle, but just for like her defenses. But Belle's like way beyond someone to surpass, because she doesn't have a Jaeger. As Belle gets back down to the dungeon, as the elf, like, Hestia and Lady are like crying, just saying, "Are you alright? Oh my god." It's Belle's like, oh, it's like, he's like all was left was his his like ribs, his like apex, like pecs and six pack, and everyone, all the ladies are looking at her with envy, just saying like, God damn, if that was my boyfriend, I would kiss that, I would eat him like lasagna every fucking day. And of course, all the men are like looking at Belle with fucking jealousy. As Belle looks at them back with just fucking a pissed off look, and all of them start like didn't like look at him anymore. And the reason why he has a cape is because he has a fucking nice ass. Men are jealous of, because when women see Belle's ass, it's like a fucking beautiful mountain in heaven. You know what? You know what? You guys can like take that statement back. I don't fucking care. I don't know what to do with this one. I'm sorry, but I'm laughing. It's just like, oh, just like, that ass, that ass though. That Belle's. Everyone's looking. It's not thick. No, no. I think I'm almost running out of time for this video, but anyway, when Belle got back down, you notice that Ein's just like kind of trying not to look at Belle, because his body is like that of a fucking god. And she says, "Here's your journal back," and try not to look at Belle. As Belle like says, "Thank you, Eyes." She begins walking away as her hair is going towards the wind. As Loki's like, "God damn you Eyes!" As Loki looks up, Belle just says, gets a nosebleed. He's like, as Eyes is like, "Loki!" As she's like, "Oh, Loki has a nosebleed." As she grabs Loki and begins carrying her towards their house. As Eyes says, "I guess I'll see you later, Belle." As Belle waves his hands like saying, "See ya," with a smile on his face. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be the end of this part. Thank you guys so much for listening into this video. And if you like this video, please smash that like button and hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. You can always unsubscribe whatever you want. But anyways, if you guys want to see part 2, not part 2, part 3, smash the like button. If we can get 1,000 likes, I'll do part 3. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later in the next video. Woo!